Hey everyone, and welcome to Chef AJ Live. I'm your host, Chef AJ, and this is where I introduce you to amazing people like you who are doing great things in the world that I think you should know about. Well, today is the second Monday of the month, which means it's time for Plant-Based Classics with Lauren Bernick. And today she's making, just in time for Father's Day, carrot dogs and macaroni salad. Please welcome her to the show, the lady with the best hair of any guest ever on Chef AJ Live.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. Your hair's looking pretty snazzy.
Oh,
so
thank you. But the best long hair on Chef AJ
the
Live.
best long hair.
I
Okay,
love your
that's
necklace
true.
today. I have earrings
Thank you.
like that. You know, I literally have earrings like that. I've got to show them to you.
Oh,
sometime.
like this?
Yeah, like that size and that star. I have to show them to you because that would look great with that necklace.
Well, you know what? I think it came with that. And I don't like to wear matching necklace and earrings. That's like a thing I have. So I didn't get the matching. I don't know. I don't like when my necklace and my earrings match. I don't know why. That's like
we can do
thing.
a fashion show with you if you ever run out of recipes, you know?
Okay. I don't know about that. I think you give me too much credit.
Interesting. Don't like earrings and necklace to match. Well, then you won't be buying the set.
I did not buy the set, but it's probably like the same people that made it. That's funny. I don't know. Funny. Like I have the matching earrings to this. There's like a little necklace with little stars on it. I don't know if you could see, but I don't wear it together.
That's okay.
Either where the earrings are. Yeah, that's my style.
You've got your own thing going on. So, you know, I got to be honest, I've never had a carrot dog only because I really don't eat bread. So can you eat them without bread? Is there another way to enjoy them?
Well, I was going to say this till the end, but wait till you see what I did. I made one of your famous potato buns, like your bagels.
Nice.
Okay, so we'll get to that, but yeah.
Okay.
And also, the other thing that I do sometimes is that I wrap them in a lettuce leaf, you know, because sometimes they're it's hard to get full on them if you just eat like one in a bun, and I'm not going to eat like a bunch of bread like that. So then I'll just eat the rest in lettuce leaves, but it's good.
I can imagine. Hard to be full on one carrot. Yeah.
One carrot, not going to do it for me. So yeah. But I thought this would be good for Father's Day. You could throw them on the grill. And actually, I had a bunch of people come over to my house recently, and I was testing out recipes, which you probably shouldn't have company over and test out recipes. Lesson learned, like not a good idea unless you have your recipe down, because it wasn't like perfect. And I actually made like a vegan barbecue thing. And my kids I told them we were having like a barbecue, and then they came over and they were like, "Aw, no carrot dogs." So I was like, okay, you know what? Why am I like busting my butt trying to make up something else when they already like my carrot dogs? So I just went with that and then made the macaroni salad, tested that out. But yeah, I think that it's good. You could throw them on the grill. I don't know if guys will balk at that or not, the dads out there, but you could try it.
Do we know where the carrot dog originated?
I don't know who thought of it first. I mean, who thinks of anything? One time I was interviewing Jane and Ann Esselstyn, and I asked them, like, what are some of the things that we all make today that you originated? And they wouldn't take credit for anything. They're like, no, you know, it's not like that. I'm like, what do you mean it's not like that? Somebody made these things up. What did you make up? Because I know they have a carrot dog in their first prevent and reverse heart disease. And it's really just boil the carrot, smother it in liquid smoke, and cut it in half and put it on a panini pan. So panini press. So I know they've had one out for a long time. I have no idea who was smart enough to think that up, but somebody did. And thank you to that person.
Yeah, it's like whoever invented aquafaba. It's so cool when people invent things.
I know. Yeah. You know what? I'm glad I didn't go whole food plant-based like 30 years ago, because all the things hadn't been invented yet. So we're lucky to be alive in this time. So,
it's never been a better time to be vegan, right?
No, never been a better time. Yeah, agree. So should I get started?
Get started, my friend.
All right. So I already got my water boiling. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to peel the carrots and make them kind of like hot dog shaped, as much as possible. So I'll just do this a little bit, but just give them a little peel. I already peeled all my other carrots, so you don't have to watch me peel 10 carrots. But you just want to shape them up a little bit, like round up the top a little, take that gross thing off the bottom, round it up a little. Just give it some semblance of a hot dog, so it's a little bit round like that. So do that. I've already done my other carrots, and then we're just going to put them in boiling water. I already have my water going. Oh, I put it in the wrong pot. Dang it. You know me. All right, that's where my macaroni is going to go. Put them in here. Okay. Let me get rid of all this stuff off my cutting board. I got a new cutting board, Chef AJ.
Nice.
Tell me my other one was, tell you about it. I asked for it for Mother's Day. Ta-da!
It's beautiful. Almost looks like you could serve a pizza on it.
I know. It looks like you could. Yeah, that's one thing I liked about it. You could do like something on it. Okay. So while those are boiling, I'm going to make the marinade. So
have you ever done a charcuterie board?
Yes. I love doing those. I have like beautiful platters, and yeah, I love doing stuff like that. Do you do those?
I haven't done one yet, but they're
I haven't. Yeah. I haven't done like the fake meaty kind of things, but like I do, dips, and like I try to do different layers, and I have to look at a picture. Like I have to cheat and go online and see what somebody else did, because I don't think that that's my strong suit, to make it so visually beautiful, but I could copy something. So, all right. Okay, now we're going to make the marinade. The thing about this recipe is you have to marinate these for quite a while. Like I said, the Esselstyns have one where you just slap on some liquid smoke and throw it in the panini press. So if you're pressed for time, you can do that one. But this one takes some time to marinate. So you're going to do 6 to 10 carrots, depending on like the girth of them. I just did a few because I've already marinated some and I've already cooked some all the way. So you're going to start with half a cup of vegetable broth.
You know how some carrots also come kind of like a yellow, dark purple, and almost red? Have you seen like those?
Yeah.
I wonder if they would look more like a hot dog if you got the red one.
Oh, well, you know what? Yeah, I guess that's true. But when you bite into them, they're like usually all like orange on the inside. It's just like the outside. I don't know why, at least the ones I've had. But yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. You always have such good ideas.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome. 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar and 1/4 cup of Bragg's Liquid Amino or tamari or whatever you have. Wait, that's a 1/3 cup. Don't want that. 1/4 cup. And let's see. What's next? Tablespoon of liquid smoke. God only knows what this stuff is. I try not to think about it. I don't use it a lot, but this recipe definitely calls for it. Tablespoon of liquid smoke. And then 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika.
Love smoked paprika. Is it paprika or paprika?
I don't know. We go through this routine every time. I think I say, what do I say? Paprika. Paprika. And then let's see. We're going to do a teaspoon of onion powder. Half a teaspoon of ground fennel. Make sure you get the ground fennel and not the fennel seed. So just do a half a teaspoon of that. I am actually measuring today. You know, usually I just throw stuff in. And then a clove of garlic. Did I do, okay, I didn't do this yet. A tablespoon of maple syrup.
Ooh, or date syrup, probably, right?
Or date syrup, absolutely. I didn't have any date syrup. I ran out. And let's see, teaspoon of vegan Worcestershire
Worcestershire
sauce.
Worcestershire sauce. It sounds like you're saying, what is this here sauce? Worcestershire sauce.
What is this?
What is this here sauce? Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire. Okay, we're doing our routine. And then this is like the little secret ingredient. I do, and you do not want to go heavy on this. This is cloves, ground clove, and it gives it that hot doggy taste, aside from like the smoky part. So I do it into my hand first. You don't want to go too heavy on it. I just like give it a smell. Use my sniff-o-vision. And oh, I forgot to put in my Dijon mustard. Tablespoon of Dijon mustard.
You have a favorite brand of Dijon?
You know, I'm liking this one right now. This is Trader Joe's, but I also, you know, they're all pretty good. Wait, let me make sure. Did I put a tablespoon? Yeah, tablespoon. Sometimes I use like the whole grain, the one that has a little bite to it. I like that also, but there's already a lot of smokiness and garlic. Okay, I'm famous for leaving out my ingredients, so let me check. Vegetable broth, apple cider vinegar. Okay, I think that's everything. And then you just give it a little whisk. I got my mini whisker. Oh, I forgot to set my timer on this, of course. Let's see. You don't want to overboil these carrots. You just want them to be like fork tender. A couple more minutes. You know what? While that's going, I'm also going to start boiling my macaroni. So you can use whatever you want. I'm using one that's actually shaped like macaroni. It's from Natural Grocer. It's white rice and quinoa. It's gluten-free. It's organic. It has this picture of, I don't even know what kind of animal that's supposed to be. It looks like a bear, fox, rat. What the hell is that?
Wait, show me again.
Look, what is that? What kind of thing is that holding noodles? It's like a bear, raccoon, rat,
and why
rodent.
You guys, what animal do you think that is, and why would
what
you be eating pasta?
This? It's some kind of animal that likes pasta. Clearly, that's the main thing. It's a pasta-loving animal.
Almost looks like Boo from Yogi Bear.
I know. It's like a bear. I don't know. Oh, it has claws. It has claws like a raccoon though, but it definitely doesn't have the raccoon coloring. So I don't know what that's supposed to be. Really beside the point, but I also use sometimes I use this lentil, red lentil pasta. It's also organic, but you know, I wanted the shape of this. Anyway, so you just want to use 8 ounces. This is 12 ounces, so I'm not going to pour all of it in. That looks about right.
Aaron's saying maybe it's a beaver. Diana says maybe it's a squirrel. Brenda says maybe it's a chipmunk.
Yeah, it could be some.
Stephanie thinks it's a chipmunk. Joyce thinks it's a. So far, chipmunks. Well, maybe beaver's winning. Some people are saying beaver. You know,
beaver. Do beavers like pasta?
I have no idea. Well, don't beavers have those 2 signature teeth? That drawing didn't seem to have teeth in front.
No. He has no teeth. He's not a beaver. Maybe we
should contact the company and ask them. I'm the kind of person that you know, you have.
Would you do that?
I'm the kind of person that would, out of curiosity.
What the hell kind of animal is this pasta eating rodent?
Are they? What's the name of the company? And are they on Instagram? Maybe I can ask them, messaging them that way.
Oh my God, you are hilarious. It's natural. It's from Natural Grocers. It's their store brand.
Oh, it's a store brand. Okay. Well, then maybe you can ask the store.
I doubt anybody in the store is going to know, but they'll probably be like, lady, just eat your pasta. Stop bothering me. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I got the marinade going and we're just waiting for the hot dogs. It should just take another minute. Let's see if they're ready. Some of them are ready. Okay. We're going to rinse them when they come out of the water. Like you want to rinse them till they're cold. You don't want to, when you don't want to put them into the marinade when they're hot. I mean, I guess you could. I don't see why not. But I like to get them cold. It stops them from cooking, and you don't want them to turn to mush. So, all right, let me take them out. I'm going to drain them. Can I turn you this way? Do you want to see me drain it? You can see all my garbage over here. Okay, my compost. That's my compost. I'm just draining them, making sure they're all nice and cool. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to poke little holes in them with my fork. So now they're tender, and I'm going to poke lots of holes in them so that the marinade can get in there a little bit. And then you want to marinate them, I would say at least 4 hours. I usually just marinate them overnight. Just makes it easier to like do it at night, and then the next morning you can be ready. Okay, these are nice and cool now. Bring them back over here. Okay. And then I'm just going to poke holes in them. So they're nice and tender now. See how easily you can pierce them? But I just go through the whole thing and just poke, poke, poke. This way they can absorb some of the marinade in there. At least that's what happens in my mind. I don't know if that actually does happen. So, but in my mind, they're able to absorb more of the marinade that way. Poke them. I mean, you would think. They taste really good in marinade.
You know, I've never seen a carrot dog in a restaurant. Have you?
No, but they need to. Oh, no, that's not true. When I was in Australia, they had it. I was at a Middle Eastern restaurant, and they made it for me without oil. And I probably had it like 5 times while I was there. So I posted it on my Instagram. I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but yeah, I ate it like a bunch. That was the only place that was in Melbourne, Australia. So if you're there, I don't know. I'll have to let you know. I'll have to look on my Instagram. All right. But now you can see I just place them in there. Of course, you can do a baggie, but it's better to try to stay away from plastics for all the reasons. But anyway, they're in there now. I'm going to put them in my fridge. They're going to marinate overnight, or, not necessarily that long, but. And by magic, going to take out ones that have actually been marinating overnight.
Have you ever grilled them like on a barbecue grill?
I have. And they came out great. They cook really quickly. So you just have to be careful with that. But they cook very quickly. So now I'm going to, I'm not going to do that quite yet. Let's see how much longer. I have 5 minutes left on my macaroni. So I'm going to start chopping up the vegetables for my macaroni salad. So that can be ready. Actually, let me make the mayo first. I have a vegan mayo I'm going to make for the macaroni salad. So let's do that. So the vegan macaroni salad calls for, this is the mayo for it, specifically for that. It's a cup of silken tofu.
The internet doesn't agree who invented carrot dogs, so I'm not going to even read all the different things. There doesn't seem to be one inventor like Thomas Edison and the light bulb, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, there's so many, and they're all I haven't had a bad one. I'll tell you that. They're all delicious, but I love the clove addition to it. That's my contribution.
Nice. You'll be remembered
you.
throughout eternity. Hey, Lauren, Mary wrote in a question. Mary Kay wrote in a question about your recipe. Yes. She said that I'm in a hotel for a month without an oven. Any suggestions on making the carrot dogs using a microwave and or a stovetop plus pots and pans, including nonstick ceramic pan?
Yeah, you know what? You could just boil the hot dogs. If she has a stovetop, yeah, she said she did, right? Boil the hot dogs. And you could probably just do the liquid smoke thing so that you don't have to have a billion ingredients. But it sounds like she has like a little kitchenette in her hotel. So yeah, you could do that and then do it in a frying pan, which is what I'm going to do. You can, if you don't have an oven, if you just have like a little stovetop with a frying pan, you can do it in that. If you haven't, I don't know how they would taste cooked in the microwave, to be honest. I would not be hopeful about that. But if you have a stovetop, I would do it in a little frying pan on the top. Did she say she had a stovetop, Chef AJ?
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah, she could.
She said, yeah, that's what I would do. And you don't have to make up a million, you don't have to marinate it in a million things. Like I said, you could just do the liquid smoke on it. That's what my original recipe that I ever used was the Esselstyn's. So I would try that. It's really hard when you're staying at a hotel for a month. Okay, so let's see. Back to the mayo, the silken tofu. We're going to do a tablespoon of the maple syrup. And let's see, Dijon mustard, another tablespoon of that. I'm measuring today like a person. I don't know what's gone into me. Let's see. 2 tablespoons of pickle juice. I got my Bubby's pickles here. You'll be happy to know. Bubby's. She makes a nice pickle, that Bubby. All right. 2 tablespoons of pickle juice. 3 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, because I like my macaroni salad to have a little tang to it, a little tangy bit. I like it creamy and tangy. Okay, 3 tablespoons of that. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder. And let's see what else. Salt and pepper optional. A little sprinkle of celery seed. Not much. I'm going to put a little pepper. Look at my cute little pepper pot.
Wow.
I'm going to put a little pepper in there. Wow. Seems very impressed. Wow. Great. Good for you. Okay. And then it's going to have a tablespoon of tahini, but we're going to mix this up and then put the tahini in. So let me just give this a mix. In my little mini chopper. I love my mini chopper.
I do too. I do too.
I use it all the time. Okay. So good. Should be good. Let's see, how are we doing on? Looks like my kitchen timer went off. Okay, hang on, let me drain my pasta. Turn you around so you can watch me drain the pasta. It's very exciting. You don't want to miss that. Woo!
Is this what you're going to make? Are you going to make this for your husband for Father's Day?
No, he won't eat this.
What? Well, what does he like? Is he a hot dog snob? What will you make him?
Um, he likes my chili, he likes my lasagna. He doesn't, he always says he eats this way, but he really doesn't. Every time I make the hot dogs, he doesn't eat. He might make himself like a Beyond Burger because I won't even cook that for him. He might throw one of those on the grill, but he's a tough customer.
If he likes your chili, why don't you put the chili on the carrot dog?
That's a great idea. I'll ask him, but I just think he won't eat it. He's like, I don't know. He's like a child sometimes when it comes to this. And he said, it's so funny because if you asked him, he'd be like, oh yeah, I always eat what Lauren cooks, but he'll eat like a bite, but then he always says, I can't get full from it. I blah, blah, blah. I don't know. So I don't know what his prob is. I don't know. He likes like the junk food kind of vegan-y food.
And he gets full on that?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's awful. I know. It makes me super unhappy. Okay, so now I'm putting this in the bowl, my little vegan mayo. Yeah, I don't know what I'll make him. That's a good question. Maybe I'll make him.
Mother's Day is not traditionally like a restaurant holiday the way Mother's Day is.
No.
Right? Men don't want to go out as much, I don't think. I think they probably want to stay at home.
Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? We're not even going to be home. It's my mom's 80th birthday, and we're going to go to Houston, and we actually get this really good. If you're in Houston, there's this great place called Loving Hut. It's a chain. They have them. They're individually owned.
Yeah, we have them here in Sacramento. The Supreme Master. Yeah.
Yes, and this one has an oil-free menu, and so every time I'm in Houston, I end up getting that. It's so delicious. So that's what we're going to have actually on Father's Day, now that I think about it. Okay, so then into that mayo, you're going to mix a tablespoon of tahini. And I store my tahini upside down because then the oil goes to the top and it's not right at the bottom. And I'm going to mix that in. So yeah, I always store my tahini like this. But the other thing that I want to show you is I actually also make my own tahini, which doesn't seem as fatty and oily. So there's two options. I just throw some sesame seeds in my Vitamix. I put a tiny bit of water and make my own. It's not as fatty. All right, so I'm going to mix that up.
Yeah, I have the Nutramilk. I've made homemade tahini. It's really easy.
Yeah, it's just sesame seeds. That's all it is.
Pretty much, yeah.
What else do you put in yours? In the Nutramilk?
Nothing, just sesame seeds, and I push the button.
Yeah. That's good.
Gina says, does your husband cook for himself, even though he has a great cook like you right there?
Yep. A lot of times he does, to be honest, because I just won't cook that stuff for him. And he doesn't eat, he's a vegetarian, but he eats dairy, he eats eggs and cheese. He doesn't eat any meat anymore. But once in a while he'll eat fish at a restaurant, but he cooks for himself because I won't do it. And it's so frustrating. And yeah, I don't even know what to say. I can't even say anything about it anymore. It's incredibly frustrating to me. But yeah, I wish he would just eat my food. It would be so easy for him. I mean, I'm like, all you have to do is open up your mouth. What's the problem? You don't have to even, I mean, I cook 3 meals a day. To be honest, I don't even cook that much anymore. I just make my bowls and my salads for myself since it's just me. I have one kid who will come over and eat pretty often. And so if the kids are coming over, they love my cooking. The kids, eat everything I make. It's kind of like the opposite, like the picky husband instead of the picky children.
Well, does he know about all the wonderful benefits?
Yes, but he thinks, I'm telling you, I wish he was home. He thinks he eats this way, Chef AJ. He thinks he eats the way I eat. In his mind, because he sees me eat this way, and because he stopped eating meat, he thinks he eats this way. But he does. It's so frustrating.
That's hilarious.
But yeah.
Tova says that you, because I said this to you the first time I met you many years ago, that you're a Carrie Bradshaw lookalike. Maybe it's the hair, reminds me of Sarah Jessica Parker. Yep.
Oh, who said that to me?
Tova.
Tova. Wait, did you say that or did Tova? Have I met Tova?
Tova typed it. Tova typed it in the chat. And if you want to see
that she's met me?
Well, what?
Did Tova say she met me or?
No, she just said she's commenting. I said the first time I met you, I had the exact same comment.
Oh, okay. I thought that she was saying that. And I was like, I don't remember meeting her. Well, thank you. I take that as a compliment because I just love Carrie Bradshaw. And it's about to start again, the new, and just like that.
Really? They're going to do another season?
I know the first one wasn't that great, but I'll still
wait a minute,
watch
it. But didn't some of the characters die?
Just Mr. Big.
But you mean they got all 4 girls to come back? Because I thought that
they
didn't like each other.
Samantha's not coming back. But you saw the first season, right? Did you see it last year or whenever it was?
No, they brought it back. I'm so out of touch. Where was it? Was it on HBO? Where was it?
Yeah, HBO Max. Well, now it's just called Max.
Shoot, I didn't know.
Yeah, so there's a whole season.
Is it good with? Oh my God! Serenity says it was horrible. Is it good without Samantha?
No, it's not. But I still can't stop watching it. I'm hoping that I just can't not watch it because it has.
That's how I felt about White Lotus.
I mean,
I know what you're saying. There's certain shows you get in and
you're going to watch it no matter what.
That's how they do it. It's addictive. So Zipporah is saying that her family won't eat the recipes she makes and it makes her so frustrated. And I hear that a lot from people. What advice can we give them? Just tell them 2 choices, take it or leave it, or how do you handle that? That happens a lot for our folks.
It happens a lot. And by the way, right now I'm chopping for the macaroni salad, red onion, bell pepper, and celery. And I already chopped up my pickles to make a relish. You know what? If I had an answer, clearly my husband would be eating my food. But I don't know. Like a lot of people are like, well, I can't eat this way because my family won't eat this way. I'm just the opposite. I'm like, I'm eating this way. I'm cooking. Here's your food. I hope you'll eat it because it's really healthy for you. And it's delicious. I should probably leave with it's delicious because it is. And it will keep you healthy. And, I always tell my husband, like, okay, well, I hope that you just live as long as I do because I don't want to have to meet some other guy. And he's like, I will come back and haunt you. You better not meet anybody else. And I'm like, well, then you better eat my food. So apparently I'm not doing very well. I have no good advice except you can only save yourself. And I wouldn't cook for anybody else. I would just, that's not true. I have an online class. It's called Ace Plant-Based Eating. If you go to wellelephant.com, first of all, you can download my free cookbook. And second, you can just check out the class. I think actually in the show notes, there's a discount that makes it like $39. But in the class, I talk about this a lot. I'm going to talk about it right now. So the people who say, I can't eat this way because my family won't eat this way, you have to just do it for yourself. Now, there are things that you can make. And if, especially if you have kids, well, actually with kids, I would just make them eat this way. But like with a husband, sometimes if they still want to eat meat, you could do things like, make a nice pasta dish. If you want to make them a real meatball, you can make them a real meatball. My husband will eat the junk food, so sometimes I'll get him a Gardein meatball, even though I make like a lentil quinoa meatball that he could eat. So, you just have an idea. Find a way to accommodate. What? Why
don't you make your lentil meatball and then just save the next time you have Gardein, the package, and let him think he's eating Gardein?
Ooh.
Because, I used to do that. When I used to work privately with people, one of the things that I always said is the most important thing is to get the family, everybody off dairy, and the kids wouldn't drink the plant milk. And so what we had them do is take their milk container and then kind of put like 25% plant milk with the milk and then keep going down. And eventually the kids didn't even know that they were drinking plant milk.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh. maybe I'll trick my husband.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I'm
You're
all for
so
it.
clever.
Yep.
You're so clever. You know what? I might do that. Knowing him, he'll be like, this Gardein meatball tastes different. I don't know. But I'm doing the best I can. But I think it's really important. Like I said, if you have kids, you have a little more control. Like he's a grown man, so I can't make him do it. And I don't want to fight with him. And I don't want to be like his mom. And, so I've just kind of given up on, not given up, but I'm hoping that he'll come around. I hope that he stays healthy and he doesn't have like any big moments that he's like, oh, I better do this. But I don't know. I don't know what to say. You told me one time to add more fat to his food. I've been doing that. I've been adding more fat to, I don't know. So, because I used to cook really, really low fat, but I'm trying to use a little more fat now. Like you see, I put that tablespoon of tahina in. Trying to make it a little more fatty, a little more appealing. Actually, he ate this macaroni salad. I shouldn't say that he doesn't eat anything because he eats some things, but he just really doesn't make a meal out of anything. And the funny thing is, like, whatever I make, he always tastes it and he says, oh, this is delicious. And then he goes and gets something else. So I don't know. There's just like a few things that he really likes. Okay, so now I've made I messed up my situation here. Let me see if I can put this back. Can you see that? So I've done my chopping board. So I've got my celery, my bell pepper, my red onions, which I clearly did way too much. And then last night I did these in the mini chopper, so I wouldn't have to do that today. It's just pickles, but I don't like store-bought relish. It's hard to find relish that doesn't have, junk in it. So I chopped up my pickles to make relish. And so now I'm just going to put this like in here, let me put this back here. You don't have to measure this out exactly, but you want to do like 1/3 cup of celery. Could probably put the macaroni in first. Half a cup of the red bell pepper. I like red bell pepper. You can use any color pepper you like. And let's see, half a cup of red onion. I do like a lot of onion. If you don't like a lot of onion, you certainly don't have to use that much. And then here comes the macaroni. Let me just give it one more rinse. Yeah, it's cool. You don't want to put your hot macaroni in there. And you want to make sure you rinse your macaroni. If you're doing like a hot dish, you don't rinse your macaroni. I'm going to save some just to make sure I have a good macaroni to mayo ratio. Mix it all up. I could have done some more pickles. Oh, I didn't put my pickles in. No wonder I thought I could use more. I'm so famous for not putting all the ingredients in. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Looks like real macaroni salad. It is real macaroni salad. So that's that. And then also, I like to put that in the fridge for like an hour before I eat it. And you can put some salt and pepper in there. I'll put a little pepper. Probably use white pepper in this, which I don't have at the moment. So I'll just put some black pepper. Oh, and then I like to put a little tiny bit of dill and parsley on top. Kind of like a garnish, but also gives it a little flavor. Mix it in. Not a ton though. And I have one of these, I think I've shown you before. Like to keep your herbs and has water in the bottom. But if you don't have that, you could just do a cup of water and put your herbs in that. You just want to keep your herbs with a little bit of water, keeps them fresh. And then I just use my kitchen scissors to cut them up. My parsley. And you could stir it or you could just leave it on top. That looks yuck because, you know, I would wipe down the bowl and make it look all pretty, but that's the gist of it.
Oh, that looks yummy.
Yeah, it's really good. And it's nice and creamy. Okay. Now we're just going to cook our hot dogs and that's it. We're done. Let me move my other, I have so much stuff in here.
To know if you can still do this recipe if you don't peel the carrot.
Yes, absolutely. You don't have to peel your carrot. The only reason and I normally don't peel carrots, the only reason I did is because I was shaping them. So I'm like, well, while I'm shaping them, I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, peel the carrot. Let me put this here. But yeah, absolutely. You do not need to peel your carrot for this. Has lots of good nutrients in it. All right. I still don't know which burner. Okay, that's the right burner. Okay, now we're just going to cook the hot dogs. Here's my ones that have marinated. Here they are. I'm going to get my pan hot first. Get some of this stuff out of the way. Ay, ay, ay. Looks like my kitchen exploded. Always. Get this stuff over here. Okay, getting my pan hot. So I've cooked all the other hot dogs before ahead of time. I'm just going to do 2 to show you. These have been soaking in the marinade overnight. I'm just going to plop them in. You can do this again. You could do it on the grill. You can do it in a panini press. You can do it in the oven, like put them at 400. But right now they're just in my nonstick pan. They're just cooking, but you'll see they're going to start to like brown up in a second. As a matter of fact, I think, you know, I already kind of buried the lead and showed you this. This is what they look like when they're finished. And I did the Chef AJ special potato bun because you really can't find healthy hot dog buns. So this is like just, I believe your recipe for bagels, potato bagels is in
Own Your Health.
It's Own Your Health with Glenn, right?
Yep.
And so I have that book. I have all your books, by the way, and everybody should. They're amazing. But that's also something that requires a little advanced, you know, you have to do the potatoes overnight or for a few hours, boil them and then refrigerate them. But I just use like a Hannah yam. And then this one is just simply an Ezekiel bun that I cut down and I made a baby hot dog. And then you're definitely going to need more than one of these. So you're going to have to definitely eat some wrapped in a lettuce leaf later. This one I think is going to be a lot more filling. But let's see, how are these going over here? Well, let's move this back over here. You don't need that. You don't need to see what it looks like cooking in a frying pan. You know what that is. But what you do need to see is this fabuloso little bar I made. So one of the fun things is obviously to make your own hot dog and put your toppings on that you like. So I have red onion, I have sauerkraut, and I have pickles because that's what I like, and mustard. So this is the kind of mustard I like. I like the whole grain mustard on it, the kind that has a little bite to it. And then you just want to make up your little hot dog the way you like it. So I'm going to put mustard. I'm going to put my red onions. Ugh, put this down so you can see. I like to put my mustard on the bottom. Some people like to do it on the top. Whatever you like, it's your hot dog. Do what you want. Let me put this up a little bit. Okay. Got my sauerkraut. And more pickles. Can't have too many pickles.
When you're done, just hold it up as close to the camera as possible.
I will. And then let me put some macaroni salad on there. Okay, hold on. Let me do it under my camera. Let's see. No.
Wow.
Look at that potato one. That's amazing. I love the potato one. It looks so hot dog like, doesn't it?
It looks delicious. Oh my God, it makes me hungry.
I wish you were here.
I wish you
can
were
have
here.
some.
Why does everybody great have to live somewhere else?
Oh, I know. And we have so much fun together. Let me stir my hot dogs. But yeah, these hot dogs look, they're starting to brown already. See? They're already just starting to get like a little, this is my scan pan. So I just have them cooking in my scan pan. That's it. But that's it, Chef AJ.
That was great. Thank you. So we're taking, I don't know if you heard, but we're taking July off. I'm not, but I'm asking all the listeners to take July off. But if you want to come back for another, I can renew your contract starting in August if you like.
We're going to have to negotiate or just the same situation?
I don't know if I can afford you, but we'll see. But anyway, this was wonderful. All your episodes where I hope people will watch. You've made so many cool things, from French onion soup to that thing that I'd never heard of, which didn't have chicken.
The King Ranch chicken.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Well, you do enough of these shows, you're going to have a cookbook afterwards that you'll just be able to.
I know. That would be great. I know. Right now, I've just been doing my stuff in your bundle, but I need to.
But you can have your own little cookbook called Plant-Based Classics with Lauren Bernick.
That's right. I know. And, I think you were saying last time, maybe beef bourguignon.
Yeah.
I think you have
beef bourguignon.
Beef bourguignon. I think you have a different idea of what I mean by classics, because actually I was looking into making that and I was like, this is really similar to my beefless stew. But by classics, what I
mean like American classics too. I don't know why.
Right. I just mean,
I get what you mean.
Yeah. Well, you meant like Julia Child, but I just mean whatever you used to like before you went plant-based. I want to help you know that you can just make that like this, just reimagine it. You can eat anything you want. You just have to figure out, how do I make it? Like the potato bun or the Ezekiel bun, or the creamy stuff that goes in the macaroni salad. You just have to use your imagination.
I love it. Plant-based, reimagined. Yeah.
That sounds fancy.
One of those carrot dogs on a potato bun or a baked potato cut in half? Asks Stephanie.
It's a potato bun. And it's there's a recipe in Chef AJ's book called Own Your Health. And Chef AJ makes a potato bagel, but I just took the same premise and I made it out of, here, let me take I'm dumping it out so you can see what it is. But this is a little Hana yam, a little Japanese sweet potato. And I cooked it, you boil it. Can I give the recipe?
Yeah, what the heck?
Or should,
of course. What the heck?
You boil or steam the potato, and then you let it sit overnight in the fridge, or for a few hours, and then you just cook it in the oven, and then it comes out like that. I mean, it really, really, really looks like a hot dog bun. That's that.
Amazing, Lauren. So if you come back in August, there's no holidays in August,
Yeah, I'll just think of something.
What do you think is the thing that people miss most when they go plant-based?
Well, I think it's cheese. But I don't, aside from like my queso recipe, I don't use like a lot of cheese things. I have done some cheese recipes, like, what is her name? Faith Ralph's. She has a really good, I tried her cheese recipe. I think she made it on your show, actually. It has like the, what is it? What is the lactic acid in it?
Oh,
It really makes it,
yeah.
and with cauliflower, it's really good. But I try not to make things like that because that sets me off. Like that's one thing when I start eating it, I can't stop. So I just try to avoid all kind of cheese substitute things except for my queso. That doesn't make me freak out for some reason. I can eat that in moderation. I think people miss that. I feel like they miss, I don't know. I love you'll notice I make a lot of sandwiches on this show. I love a good sandwich. I've made quite a few sandwiches. I've made like, what is it? Like a Reuben kind of thing on your show. I've made the banh mi. This is sort of a sandwich. So I do like a good sandwich. I made the chicken salad sandwich. So I love a sandwich.
How about a Philly cheesesteak?
Oh, that's not something I ever liked. That's
Okay.
gross. Didn't it have like
it's not something I
cheese
ever
whiz
had
on it?
because, I
Did
went
you?
to college at the University of Pennsylvania and I became vegan like literally the first week. So I never got to try the famous Pat's cheesesteak. So I never had a cheesesteak ever.
I've been to Pat's. I think one is Pat's and one is Gino's. They're across the street, right? And I've been to both, but I sat there and watched people eat. I was like, I think I don't even know, I might have been a vegetarian one, but when I went, but I don't know. That's something to think about. I don't know. I have to think. I always just try to really come up with something that people will like, and that's good. So if anybody has any ideas, you can email me, you can message me. You'll find me.
Stephanie's suggesting for August recipes that you don't have to turn the oven on because August tends to be the hottest month most places. You can call it eating without heating.
Ooh, clever. That's a good idea. I actually have some of those recipes.
So when we get done with the show, you're going to call the store and ask them, is it a beaver? Is it a chipmunk? Or is it a squirrel?
I'm going to say, what in the bloody heck is this thing supposed to be? What is that? It's a mystery.
It doesn't even look like anything. That's the thing.
It doesn't look like anything. And it has like characteristics of all the animals. It has the little claws, has the little chipmunk face. I don't know.
Well, in his paws, that he's got the, the black nails. That's more bear-like. That's like so confusing.
It's a mystery. I'm going to really try to find out, guys. I'm going to make it my mission. I don't know. I don't know if I can.
Yes, because I have to know. I can't sleep until I know what that critter.
I'll try and find out, guys.
That's funny. Well, Lauren, it's a pleasure always. Thank you so much.
Always.
I just wish I could eat it. I wish I could taste it.
Same. I wish you could. I wish you could come over.
I do. So see you in August, unless you decide to get on my improv class again soon. That would be phenomenal.
Oh, that was so fun. Chef AJ is the best improver in the world. I know
you have a lot of comedic panache. So you held your own. You were great.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And thanks all of you for watching another episode of Chef AJ Live. Please come back tomorrow at the later time of 2 p.m. Pacific time for Feeling Great with Lissa and Nate. And they'll be demonstrating hemp teriyaki, carrot, zucchini, nori rolls. Do you ever do any raw food in the summer a little bit more, maybe when the weather's hot?
I eat a ton of salads. I need to get better about raw foods though. Yeah. I have Lissa's book.
I know if Liz, have you made her wraps yet? I finally bought the trays needed and I want to do her wraps. I just wish she would make it for me.
I know. That's what I want. I want her to make it for me.
I know.
Yeah.
Don't we all? Huh? Okay. Well, thank you. And hope to see everybody tomorrow. Take care. Bye, Lauren.